Yo, what's going on, guys? Snoozman back here with another YouTube video, and today we're actually talking about how much does combine grade matter here in Madden 21 franchise mode. Now I'm gonna get right into it here in Scout College Players, and I already have all the combine grade. I'm simmed up to this point, so I'm gonna talk about this and tell you guys how much does this actually matter. And I'm going to talk about the key points. So I'm going to talk about skill position groups. Skill position groups such as quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs, um, uh, positions within that mix. It depends. So we have to look at what type of player are they. So this Robbie Kent, now this is an auto-generated class. It's not a real class. So this Robbie Kent here is a field general. Now, if he was a mobile archetype, a guy that is a fast type of quarterback, then we can kind of see his combine grades, and it kind of matters a little bit more in terms of stats. But Robbie Kent is a field general, so you know he's going to have a nice pass package along with his ratings. So if we go into his combine here, 482 along with his which you guys can already see his grades there in his top skills. He's going to have amazing throwing accuracies, ratings. He's a field general archetype, and he has a 4.82 40, which again is like Baker Mayfield speed, which is very solid. It's a little bit slower than like Pat Mahomes speed, again, which is not terrible. Vert is still top 10. This guy is pretty much top 10 in everything, but does it exactly matter? Well, in terms of skill position groups, it does matter because somebody like a Robbie Kent now has a 4.82 40, and now he has really good speed along with his archetype of field general. So now he's actually going to have decent speed, maybe sub 80 speed, and really good throwing accuracies right off the gate as a rookie, and that's really good, especially for a rookie quarterback to develop. And he's the number one pick or number one prospect in this class. So he's going to have a high dev more than likely to work with, decent overall, and he's going to have decent speed, and obviously great throwing accuracies because he's a field general quarterback. Um, so another thing I would like to talk about is scheming. What type of guys are we talking about here? So in terms of schemes, certain players might work better for schemes when you know determining which players you want to draft. So that's when combine grades can come to play too. So if you're more of a guy that likes to do a, let's say, Baltimore Ravens type of playbook where you like to do a lot of read option and running plays, well, mobile quarterbacks are going to be essential. Then we have to pay more attention to the combine grades in terms of that. But it's all based on your preferences and your needs. So we have a scheme figure. It's going to fit our scheme really well, and we have a combine grade. But here's where it really matters. Yes, he's a scheme fit, but look at his 40. So combine grade matters for certain things like strength, acceleration, agility, speed, and jumping and stuff like that. But you have to throw scheming in there. He is a scheme fit, but he ranks 28th. So he's going to be extremely slow off the edge. He has a 4.82 40, which is extremely slow. So do we want this on our team? Probably not. Even though he's rated pretty dang high, he's extremely slow. That top quarterback there is a field general passing archetype is faster than this left outside linebacker coming off the edge to sack a quarterback. That's never good. So, depending on your scheme, most schemes are going to have a guy that rushes the quarterback. So if you're a guy that plays your left outside linebacker, which most do, rushing the quarterback, then this is not your guy. If he's a better pass coverage guy, which it doesn't look like it because he's a great tackler, hit power move. So he has high power move, which means and tells you he's good off the edge. So if he's good off the edge, That's good, but again, he's extremely slow in the 40-yard dash. So I would really pay attention. I've always paid attention for years on the 40-yard dash. A lot of those other ones don't matter. Obviously, jumping, vertical jump is for their jumping. Bench press is for their strength. So it determines which type of ratings they can get per position. Now, certain aspects matter for different positions. So offensive linemen, it matters for bench press because, we want more strength out of our offensive linemen to protect our quarterback. Quarterbacks or position groups. We look at other things like 40-yard dash, 3-cone and jumping and stuff like that to assess their agility and speed for their, athleticism. But it doesn't always determine their athleticism, guys. We have to keep an eye on that because when we draft them, it might be lower than what we think. It could be higher than what we think. But these don't always actually matter when it comes to drafting these guys. As I talked about in other videos, there's draft stories that you can go into and it'll hype up a player and it'll talk about a certain player that's dominating in college football. This dude won some awards. He played awesome in a college football game. That's going to make that dude's development trait insane. And even if that dude has a low combine grade, that's not going to matter. So it depends, guys, on a wide range, on your own tastes, but it does matter to a point of ratings. It affects a lot of ratings in this game, especially for skill position groups like quarterback, running back, wide receiver, even corner or really secondary. So combine grades essentially matter for skill position groups, but you also have to look at how they fit into your scheme. That could rule out, the combine grade. But it's completely up to you guys how you want to do this. But I'd always pay attention to their 40, and that's pretty much the biggest one I'd say to pay attention to, guys. And look at their archetype. What type of quarterback are they? If this is just a field general that's extremely slow and has over a 5.40, then he's going to be extremely slow and he can only pass. He's essentially Tom Brady at 20 years younger. That's not going to be very fun to develop and work with because he can't move at all. But this dude can move and he can pass really, really well. So versatility, guys, and it matters with schemes. But again, use this at your guys' own taste. But that will be it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys got a lot of good information out of combine grades, and hopefully you can use this information to your own taste and have a lot of more fun in your guys' franchises. I know it's pretty late in Madden 21 franchise, but I'm still kicking it, rolling down the stretch here with a lot of tip videos for you guys. I'm going to keep doing them here. But we are trying to hit 350 subs. I believe we are only 9 subs away, so hopefully we can hit that in the nearby future, guys. But I know we will. But again, guys, that will be it for today's video. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.